Good evening. Welcome to a psalm and a song. This, dear friends, is a singing bowl. Isn't that nice? I had a professor in seminary that used to call class to session using the singing bowl, just like that. And the sound that you just heard is very similar to the sound that her bowl made. And she would start very quietly while the class was still all talking. There might be 40 or even 50 people in the room. But it didn't take long, and people began to calm and to quiet and to focus on that sound. I did this experiment last night at Vacation Bible School, our first night of VBS. And the kids were all just kind of running around, and I started that, and it didn't take any time at all. And the kids and the adults quieted down. The kids came and sat around the rug where we were having VBS, and I didn't have to say anything. They were just transfixed by that sound, so I think there's something in there that resonates inside of us. Another topic for another day, maybe, but I wanted you to share in a little bit of VBS, and we're going to close with a little bit of Vacation Bible School as well. So I want to share tonight the 32nd Psalm as found in the Message. Count yourself lucky, how happy you must be. You get a fresh start, your slate's wiped clean. Count yourself lucky, God holds nothing against you and you're holding nothing back from him. When I kept it all inside, my bones turned to powder, my words became day-long groans. The pressure never let up. All the juices of my life dried up. Then I let it all out. I said, I'll make a clean breast of my failures to God. Suddenly, the pressure was gone. My guilt dissolved. My sin disappeared. These things add up. Every one of us needs to pray. And when all hell breaks loose and the dam bursts, we'll be on high ground, untouched. God's my island hideaway, keeps danger far from the shore, throws garlands of hosannas around my neck. Let me give you some good advice. I'm looking you in the eye and giving it to you straight. Don't be ornery like a horse or mule that needs bit and bridle to stay on track. God defiers are always in trouble. God affirmers find themselves loved every time they turn around. Celebrate God. Sing together, everyone. All you honest hearts, raise the roof. Raise the roof. Thus saith the psalm writer, Psalm 32. That put me in mind as I was reading that psalm. I was thinking about the prayer of confession that often gets called, what do we tend to call that now, the prayer of transformation and new life. There's a lot of different words that we use and don't often call it a confessional anymore. And part of that was it made people feel bad. And we're not in the business of making people feel bad in church. But you know, that idea of confession is something that we kind of have let go of in our need to keep everything inside and bottled up. We don't confess those things that we know are wrong. We don't confess those times when we have sinned or erred or strayed or whatever language you want to use. We think nobody notices, that nobody's going to ever know. We believe in our whole heart that if people found out, we'd be rejected and tossed out. And that's just with each other. None of this is reflective of our faith in God. None of this is reflective of our ability or our inclination to ask for forgiveness. You know, that prayer of transformation, there are words from the pastor on the backside of that remind us, hey, when you have truly asked this, when you have said, forgive me for all of these things that I have done, these things I have left undone, the ways in which I have strayed, have erred, have just screwed up. The words that come after that remind us that we are forgiven. And that slate is wiped clean. I mean, my gosh, what a gift that is. And then we pass the peace. You know, if we really believe that, if we really took that to heart, that the slate was wiped clean, wouldn't we be passing the peace like we're bouncing around on springs? I mean, to be that released and that free and that light, how could we not? What a gift that would be to be released in that way. Of all the ways that we have done wrong to our spouses, our friends, our parents, people in our life, those known and those unknown, just all the ways that we have managed to screw up. What it would be like to be released from that guilt, to believe that it's not on our ledger anymore, that there's not some big book up there at the pearly gates with St. Peter. What would it be like to be released from that simply by asking to be forgiven and let go? I think it would be transformational. I think it would be new life. I think it would be all of those things. So I hope that you hear the 32nd Psalm as that. A call to release, a call to forgiveness, a call to let go. So our song tonight is a song that we're teaching the kids at Vacation Bible School. And I hope that it's an earworm for you. I can't play it, sing it, and do the motions, but I'm going to try and do some of them. Because once you get those in your head, it's hard to let it go. Okay, see, I've got peace like a river. You probably know this one. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Okay, so it's like this. I've got peace like a river. Peace like a river, peace like a river in my soul. Got it? Let's do it. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, a peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, got peace like a river in my soul. I hope you have as much fun with that as we are having with these kids, singing that song and pointing to our shoes and dancing around and loving Jesus. Amen. Have a good week, y'all. It's good to be back. Good to see you. See you next week.